What's going on today, guys? It's mid-January, so that means it's time for me to get started on some pre-emergence. I'm gonna run out on a place today. It's a housing development. We got 57 houses to spray in there. It's mixed centipede, some are Bermuda, some are zoysia, and some might even be overseeded in ryegrass, which I think I got the common areas too, and I think he's got the common areas overseeded in ryegrass. We'll got both machines. We'll do one for warm season, one for cool season, and see what we come up with. I got some interesting products to run. We're gonna use Coastal on the mixed Bermuda and centipede lawns and zoysia. Coastal is amazoquin, the perdiamine and simazine all in one product, so I'll be getting some post-emergent activity. It'll work pretty good on poana, which I think will be a majority of what we see. Sedges don't stand a chance against this one, and broadleaf weeds ought to be able to be taken care of, as well as getting your pre-emergent dose out to prevent the summer weeds like crabgrass. So this will be this will probably be the only pre-emergent dose on this yard, and we'll talk a little bit about how much perdiamine is in a gallon of Coastal and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, and how can you forget this? Brand new product from my buddy Matt Martin. It will help negate the negative effects a pre-emergent has on your favorable turf's root system. So it will prevent root pruning, which, you know, we really worry about centipede. Now, I'm not overly, terribly, awfully concerned about it this time of year as far as root pruning and centipede, but this product has got some goods in it, got some peptides. It's gonna, and nanotechnology to get the peptides into the roots, into the plant. Well, whatever. All right, we'll talk more about it in a minute. Load it up, got everything full of water. We're gonna roll. Doing a quick drive through on the neighborhood. Filled one of the vacant lots. That's good. He did not overseed anything in here, which is great. So we're looking at, I think there's 2 zoysia yards in here, a bunch of centipede. There's a Bermuda lawn. That's a centipede lawn. That looks mixed right there with centipede and Bermuda. That's centipede and Bermuda on the corner of it. But we're gonna get parked and go at it. Like I said, 57, gonna be soon 58. I think that's the right number of houses here. I'm seeing some, let's see, look at that. That's hen bit, some onions, chickweed, poa, lots of poa out here. All right, let's get to work. Usually when I'm spraying anything that'll devastate cool season grass at lower rates, which this mixture will, because it's going to be able to kill the poa, the amazoquin in it, I'll spray it out of my older Permagreen machine. So we're going to load that bad boy up and go to it. And go out on this hodgepodge of warm season turfs with Coastal. I got this at Triangle Chemical. They're pretty good guys, man. Doodle up there, he helps me out a lot. I always like these local places we can get stuff from, like Southern Seeds and Triangle. I got a good connection with my Heron that I can get some good stuff from. But anyway, just always, you know, if you find a good place with people you trust, you know, take their advice and roll with it, bud. So it's a major asset if you know, if you got somebody who can help you out. But anyway, this coastal is prodiamine, amaziquin, and simazine. Amaziquin, kind of harsh on Bermuda grass, but I mean, this time of year, I'm not too worried about being harsh on Bermuda grass. But it's got a 1.5 pounds per gallon of prodiamine in it. And the full rate of this is 1/2 gallon. So we're looking at, you know, almost 3/4 pound of prodiamine on the centipede. This time of year, I'm not as incredibly worried about root pruning centipede as I would be later, you know, heading into the spring. But still 3/4 pound, pretty good wallop of prodiamine on centipede. So we'll talk more about this right here later, but this is the nano technology root pruner preventer from Subvert. I can't remember what he said the name of it is, and this is the prototype for testing. It's in a plain black jug. So I got to get a phone call in to get all the particulars on it, but that's a really exciting product. We'll talk more about it when I get a little bit more information, probably by the end of the video. But it's cold this time of year, so things work slow. Plant biology's moving slow. Killing weeds is slow business, but it's a great time to kill weeds. So I'm gonna spike my coastal here, run this MSO Plus from Triangle. That should be a pretty hot surfactant because it's got MSO Plus and organo silicone surfactant in it, so you'll get the penetration of the methylated seed oil plus the ability to spread and cover the leaf from the slick organo silicone. So without further ado, I'm going to mix this and get out and get rolling because I got a lot to do. Anyway, so we're going to run 64 ounces of this coastal per acre. And it says shake well before using. And I like prodiamine in there, I bet you do. So, shake. Tired already. Just check my calibration on my preemergent. She's right on target. Again, this is my older unit. A newer one is more of a Cadillac ride for this big of an area, but when I'm having to switch back and forth as much as I am now, spraying cool and warm season, I just as soon keep stuff like this separated from, oh, it looks like prodiamine too. Look, just like some straight prodiamine. Roll about 10 or 12 ounces of this. Surfactants are more, you know, instead of an acre rate, you're going to have a rate that's going to coincide with your gallons because it's treating the carrier basically. We're gonna put about 10-12 ounces of this in here, which is probably overkill. The advantage of using a product like this, I don't have to sit here and dissolve prodiamine and all that kind of stuff. I can just put those two simple products in and roll. So I'm gonna get going. That's that. All right, it's agitating. I'm gonna put my headphones on, get me a nice musical selection, and go to work. It's about 5 acres of turf here, so I'll be back reloading some, and maybe I'll have my information on my Subvert root pruning stuff when I come back to reload, and we'll talk some more. So stay tuned. I didn't get a lot of chance to talk much about the product. Is really the most exciting here, but I had to get all that sprayed, and then it started sprinkling at the end of the day, so I had to get it done and peel out of there, but hopefully it'll stick. But what I did was I sprayed the entire property, it was a little over 5 acres, with the coastal, the blend of amazoquin, prodiamine, and simazine, and did a methylated seed oil, organosilicone blend surfactant with it. But on the last street of the neighborhood, I added the Prefix from Subvert, and the Prefix is pretty exciting. It's one of the first lawn products I know of to use nanotechnology. We'll talk a little bit about nanotechnology and a little bit about what Prefix will do. I put the Prefix out at about a 1/2 ounce per 1,000 on that dormant centipede Bermuda blend yards out there. And what it's going to do is it's going to negate the root pruning effects of the prodiamine on the turf. So that's pretty exciting. It's a game changer actually. But in test, they're seeing some good color response in fescue. So we need to get out on some fescue with it too. We're gonna go at a full 1 ounce to the acre, to the 1,000 rate on the fescue, just to see if it'll bring out that and elicit that color response we're looking for. But pretty exciting stuff. Let's go inside out of this weather and talk about it. This is what Prefix looks like. There's a little bit of viscosity to it. You can see how it's sticking to the sides. It's really clean though. There's no like lumps or anything in it or anything binding together. It's like motor oil basically, lightweight motor oil. Prefix nanotechnology. So here it is again, plain jug. The product looks really clean and separated, but I just ran it on that one spot so far to see what it, we're playing with it, we're testing. But anyway, this could be a real game changer in how we use pre-emergence and the effects of pre-emergent on your favorable turf. It will not affect the efficacy of the pre-emergent, and it'll still prevent your crabgrass, things like that, but it won't prune your roots on your favorable turf, which is huge. So very excited about this, and can't wait to go widespread with it and see what it does. But this is going to be available from Subvert. So Matt Martin hadn't been hiding under a stump. Well, not the whole time. He's been in the lab some, and came up with something really genius. But nanotechnology, what the hell does that mean? It just means that they're able, I don't get all the ins and outs of it, but they're using something to keep those peptide chains apart so that they stay very small and are easily absorbed into tissue. So I don't know if there's going to be any other ways to use this. I'm sure with a fertilizer it's going to come up and do some things, but just this specific Prefix product with the nanotechnology in it ought to be enough to get people excited. That's a real game changer. So contact Matt or Subvert and see when this is going to be out, and if it works like it should work and like it's working in his bench test and all, it's the stuff. I saw pictures where they're using dithiopyr. You had a control and a dithiopyr, and a dithiopyr with peptides and a dithiopyr with Prefix, and there's about that much difference in the root length on the Prefix and dithiopyr and just the straight dithiopyr. It is amazing how much that dithiopyr keeps those roots in check and from growing, and that's bad juju, especially when we're talking about turf like centipede. But you don't want your roots pruned on any turf. Trust me. Nobody wants their root pruned. I'm using myself here. Anyway, well, we'll see what this stuff does, and the nanotechnology is pretty exciting. I've had some other stuff like car washes and things like that
incorporated nanotechnology, and it works great. Car waxes, things like that. You just get those ultra small particles into the crevices and stuff, and pretty much the same theory with this. The ultra small particles will easily pass through the leaf tissue, and I would assume through root tissue as well. So that's exciting from Subvert. So keep an eye out for that stuff.
And the permagreens did just awesome for that property. I can't imagine that you could spray it with anything else. I mean, it's a little over 5 acres, and everything's got a narrow gate in the backyard that the permagreen just fits through barely. So a larger sprayer wouldn't work. It was soft and mushy out there, but the permagreen just kind of rolled over everything, didn't track it up real bad. So there's another notch in the permagreen versatility belt. It's just an awesome sprayer. Anyway, I'm excited about seeing how the Prefix works out, and the coastal. There's your answer for controlling POA and centipede. I mean, there's other ways, but that's a good this time of year. That's just an all-in-one deal. You can get your pre-emergent out and some post-emergent weed control with that. So that's about all I got for today. It's still cold and wet and rainy here, so I mean, we'll get stuff done when we can. But I appreciate you guys watching, and be sure to check for that Prefix stuff on the Subvert website, and hit Matt up about any questions on it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Great, lady. Great.